time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Hello everyone. I want to dedicate this reaction to a YouTuber that follows my channel and goes by the name of Blue Ridge Ranger. Blue Ridge Ranger is a huge fan of Creedence Clearwater Revival and John Fogerty. Well, last week, a video popped up on my homepage by the family band called Colt and the Quarantine Kids. And they're doing a cover of a Creedence song called Born on the Bayou. The song Born on the Bayou was the B-side to the single Proud Mary. And Proud Mary shot up to number 2 on Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart. It was also a song, it was the first track on their second album called Bayou Country. As a youngster in 1969 when this was released, I often thought Creedence Clearwater Revival was actually from the South because most of their songs were reminiscent of the South. It was kind of country rock. You could say they were Southern rock, but they also had a good rock tinge to them. I didn't realize that they were from California until later on. You have to understand, there were only a few music papers here in the United States, and if you didn't read those, you really didn't know much about the bands, and there was no internet. So I was fooled to think that they were a Southern band. That's my fault, right? So let's go on here. What about Colt Clark and the Quarantine Kids? Who are they? Well, I've already done a reaction to that band, and Colt Clark is a professional musician, and during the COVID shutdown, he decided, along with his wife Aubrey, to form a band with their children. And they have 3 children. There's Cash, who plays guitar, Beckett, who plays drums, and Bellamy, who plays bass and sometimes keyboards. And they do songs in their living room. Aubrey records them, and then they put them up onto YouTube. So I'm anxious to hear this one. I have not heard Born on a Bayou yet, but they did write a nice little intro to the song in their description, and I thought I'd read a portion of that. It says, "Hey guys, we didn't plan it this way, but tonight's song gives you a front row seat to good old summer thunderstorm in Florida. Check out that lightning and thunder in the intro. We first performed tonight's song early in 2020. It's one of my favorite songs to hear Colt sing, so this was my request." So I'm guessing this is written by Aubrey. "We hope you enjoy it. This is Colt Clark and the Quarantine Kids playing Born on a Bayou by Creedence Clearwater Revival." So here we go.
Born on the Bayou.
Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your good one on the
to stop it right there. I was waiting for the tremolo on that guitar, on Cash's guitar, because I think that's the big key to this song, is the beginning of the song and the heavy tremolo on the guitar. And I think he pulls it off rather well. I liked hearing that tremolo. The bass, the drum, and like I said in the last one, with Beckett playing drums, he doesn't overtake the group. I mean, they're in the living room. The drum set is right there next to the three guitar players. So he could just like boom them out of the room, and he's not doing it. So he's got some control on how he's hitting the drums. I like that. You have Bellamy on bass, and I think she's really cute up front there playing that bass guitar. And the bass guitar is almost bigger than her, but it's kind of cool watching her play the bass. And then you got Father Colt in the back playing rhythm guitar and singing, and he's got a great voice. I think he's covering John Fogerty very well. I mean, he's doing a great job on singing this song and giving it the intensity that John Fogerty gave it. So the group is having fun. I really enjoy watching them do this in their living room. Now the sound is a little bit tinier than what I remembered from the last song that I reacted to them. But again, they're all pushed into this little room. I don't know if they're playing through amps or if they're plugged right into their soundboard. I'm not sure how they're recording this, but it's lacking a little bit of depth. But I still like it. I still like it that they're covering this great song. And then like the description said, that thunder and the rain comes in right when they start the song. How fitting is that? Let's keep on going. Stop it here again. We went to the guitar break before the third verse here, and I really liked how he started out the guitar break in the instrumental break. It was reminiscent of John Fogerty's guitar solo, but then he got into the guitar solo, and I don't think his guitar was loud enough because I wasn't hearing the chords stand out from this guitar solo. And then when he came back in and was playing at the higher level on the fretboard, then you could hear him again. So I don't know if he wasn't pushing down, or I'm not a guitarist, so I can't tell you what was going on, but it didn't stand out like I was hoping it was going to stand out. But I thought he captured in the beginning and at the end of the guitar solo, very reminiscent of John Fogerty. So I think that's a huge compliment for this young man learning how and first starting out as a guitarist. I don't know how long he's been playing guitar, but I really enjoy watching him do his stuff because he's really the focus of this band. If you've watched other videos by them, he is just like, he stands out. So let's keep on going. That was fun. That was pretty fun. I what I also like about this family band is they seem to have a lot of fun doing these songs together. I mean, it's really bringing their family together. And there was one section right before Colt went into the last verse. Uh, Beckett and Cash looked at each other and gave themselves a big smile. I thought that was kind of cool. It was like, yeah, we're really killing it with this song. This is really good stuff. And Colt was really getting into this, especially at that last verse. He was just really putting everything he had into the vocals, and so you can see that, the father kind of like drives these young people to really have fun, but do their best in trying to reproduce these great songs from the '60s and the '70s, like "Born on the Bayou," and I mentioned in Cash's first guitar solo that he was missing a little bit in the middle there. You couldn't hear him play the chords, but I just really like the way he takes over with that guitar. He's not afraid to just take that guitar and lead this family through the song. And I think that's really, really impressive. And like I said, the drumming is good, and it doesn't overtake the rest of the instruments and the vocals, because Beckett could easily do that with these drums in that room. And then to have Bellamy, this young girl, when I think she's like 10 or 11 years old, playing bass guitar, and she's got this big bass, and she's just sitting there and she's hitting all the notes. It was good bass lines in there. And then the father, just wild with the vocals. I just think he's a really, really good singer. From the few videos I've seen so far by this group, he's got a really, really good voice. So there you go, "Born on the Bayou" by Colt Clark and the Quarantine Kids. Great cover, great Creedence Clearwater Revival song. Like I say, it's one of my favorites, and it always has been. It's just a cool song, and like I say, it takes you back to that Bayou country, which I just got to mention real quickly too. My daughter this weekend just moved to Thibodaux, Louisiana. That's between it's right. It's about an hour north of New Orleans. So she's in now the Bayou country. So I kind of like thought about this one when I did this reaction as well. So there you go. Colt Clark and the Quarantine Kids doing "Born on the Bayou." Great cover of a Creedence song. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. That'd be really cool. That's the old thumbs up button. If you have any comments about Colt Clark and the Quarantine Kids doing "Born on the Bayou," hey, put in the comments below. That'd also be really appreciated. Now I'm going to take a link to this video, put it in my description, so if you want to watch it again, just go to my description, hit that link. It'll open up and play for you, and I won't be stopping it this time. I'm also going to put the link to the channel that uploaded this video into YouTube, and of course that's Colt Clark and the Quarantine Kids channel. I think it's called the Clark Family Creative. It's right on the screen there, and check that out too. They've got a lot of cool videos up there, and a lot of great songs. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? Go below this video, I know you still have it open, and hit that subscribe button, and you'll be making me very happy. If you go over here, ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. Yeah, I saw this pop up last week, and it was like, yeah, I got to do this. I mean, this is a fairly new video. I think it's only a couple of days old that they put it up, and it had Creedence Clearwater Revival written all over it, so I had to play it. It gave me a big, big smile. I hope it gave you a big, big smile, and peace out, baby.